Hey guys, System here, and this is ATM9. I myself am having a wonderful day. Hope you guys all are as well. Go ahead and jump forward to get back into this amazing pack. In between episodes, when I had worked on our hostile neural network setup, like I said I was going to, went from 15 simulation chambers to 32, right? So the first 5 rows here actually all dedicated to withers. So we have 12 more of those data models, which is not too bad. I was able to make those all at the same time too, just by making 3 of the deep learners, keeping them on my bar here. So just 6 more withers is all I had to kill there, so that was easy. See here, these are actually processing all the materials. The optimal setup for this too, I guess with the maxed out data model. So when these go up to 99.5% is 4-to-1 ratio on the loop fabricator. So that's why I have them lined up like this. So they're just going to work out perfectly when they finally get maxed out there and be able to process everything, right? So back here we have 4 modular routers powering everything. I didn't really need 4, but I wanted to make sure they didn't fall behind it at any time whatsoever, because these things are a little bit of a power hog here. Then I guess back here, the way I have this wired up now is with integrated dynamics, using a bunch of logic cable, and then their item connectors, and these ones here, what are these called? Item importers. So the item importer is pulling all the predictions out of here and putting that into the back of the machines, as long as they have an item connector on there. So that's great. Not doing any filtering at all whatsoever. The machines are pretty smart, so I don't have to worry about that. On this one here, this one has an item exporter, so it's just pulling in what it can with the drawer. It's filtered and locked, of course, so it's pulling in all the matter. Then the actual, I guess, the predictions, when they get produced, get pulled into the back of the machines via the actual item exporters here. So they just get pulled in, have to filter them inside, I guess, individually, just to go in here, click. Once you've done that once, it remembers what it'll actually need to process every time it kind of comes in. You only have to do it the one time, then it sets the filter. Then outside of that, I guess there's one more cable on the bottom, not connected to this little network here. That's pulling all the finished items into this, at which point I have a storage bus, right? So just working out really well, really clean, and quite happy with the setup here. I wish there was a way to turn off those lasers. I don't know if there's a way to do that. Not sure if there is, because really there's no need for them. I mean, I know where everything's going. If I could turn it on and off, it'd be great, right? But anyway, that is good there. And that is the, I guess, new setup for that. It's much more efficient and gets us a lot more nether stars, which we need. The other thing I think I did was this here. I would have added a bunch more of the, what are those things called? I can't even remember. These things here. Oh, I just broke everything. I just destroyed Christmas. Christmas is over. Go ahead and grab this puppy. More induction cells, so we are good in that regards, because we are completely, I guess we're completely full on power. And now we're not. It's going to be filled up again. I have to grab a bunch more of those, but I'll kind of get that worked out in time. And then I would have set up a bag here to get everything we need for a automation today. So first thing we're going to work on, I guess, is the Awaken Supremium Furnace, I guess, automation. So the first thing I want to automate here is going to be the Cognizant dust. So before we do anything, I want to go ahead and make us a angel ring. With that, we'll be able to have, I guess, creative flight, which seems like a very nice idea. We've been using the jetpack, I guess, the entire pack, and I don't really want to deal with it anymore. I really don't like hover. It's just not a good thing. So this one right here, if the player reaches XP less than 1. So this one here, the current form of the angel ring, requires experience, right? I don't want to deal with that. There's this one, though, as well, the energetic angel ring. This one just uses RF, which is no problem at all. So let's go ahead and grab that one. Try that right there. You will need a lighter to set this up, but really easy in that regards. That should just get automatically powered, though. And I believe there's a slot down here, at which point I should be able to take off our jetpack now and not use that anymore. This will be a lot slower, I guess, than our jetpack, but at the same time, this is real creative flight, so I don't have to deal with hovering. One of my biggest annoyances with, I guess, the jetpacks, I guess, is the hover, because when you're like walking downstairs and all of a sudden you're floating, it's so discombobulating. So I'm quite happy to have that. Then I always have my jetpack in here, and I have to kind of, I guess, fly across 5,000 blocks. I can go ahead and switch to that. But for the most part, I'll be much happier with this for movement around the base. So quite happy I went ahead and did that. So let's go ahead and start this automation here, right? So what we're going to do is have a setup to do kind of on-demand crafting for the dust, right? So we'll have to have a way to, I guess, get the wither, kill the wither, pull in the items, and all that jazz, right? So we're using a ender chest here for the recipe. I guess we just need some fluix or something. Do I have any fluix? I do not. Go ahead and hunt down some fluix here. You go, get down 32 right there, which is fantastic. How many channels do we have left here? We have, oh, we got enough. Let's go ahead and grab you. We'll just do a provider gas right here. Grab ourselves the ender chest. This is set to a black, white, black channel. Not that it really matters there. Then I guess the recipe, we set that up right here. Go ahead and hunt that down. So what do we need for the recipe? So we have to make like a custom one, right? Because we want to make this stuff, right? So let's go ahead, open external. Go ahead and grab you. Can I actually put that in there? I can. Oh, I want it over there, though. Go ahead and do this here. There you go. So that'll be the output. We can change the amount, right? So I think we're getting about 10 per kill. We can tweak this later. We'll find out how much we're actually going to get on average, right? Then there'll be, I guess for the actual, the recipe will be wither skulls and then soul sand, right? We'll have to get the right amounts in there. Go ahead and grab that. Then the soul sand. So this would be 4 for a wither. And this will be 3, right? So it'll be kind of the idea there. And that should be a working recipe that we test out until we know the exact amount of dust that we'll actually be getting per kill, right? So that'll be our recipe there. That'll actually just sit in here. And I've actually called for one of those recipes right now. I should just put the stuff in the chest as long as I set up the recipe correctly, right? Good dust right there. There you go. Tell it to make 1. And those should just end up there. There you go. So it's a working recipe. You can go ahead and test it out. And that should be fine. So to do this setup, you're going to need yourself a, a mystical agriculture sword. So this is a Supremium one. It's 24 damage, but it's kind of a little bit of a multi-stage crafting. I did make a couple of the augments here. I guess one of the augments. I made the Strength 3 one. Then I have this book. We'll go ahead and make it as powerful as possible. I forgot the table we need to put in the augment, though. Is it the... Let's go to mystical here. There's like a table-y thingy. Put that down. Is it this thing? Yeah, tinkering table. Oh, we need this stuff here. Oh, I don't have any of that right now, do I? Solium? I'm not sure if I actually have Solium. We may have just had an issue. No, we have Solium here. Solium ore. There you go. Let's go ahead and grab a couple of that. And it was just smelted down, right? There we go. Get some of the dust. With that, we grab our... It was called a tinkering, right? Tinkering. Go ahead and grab one of them. Fantastic. At which point, we just put that down, put it in the sword, do that. And pull that out. And that'll be 44 attack damage now. So that'll be really good there. We're also going to throw a bunch of chants on here. So I guess on this book here, we have Smite 10, Mystical Enlightenment 9. So that's going to be the one that actually gets the drop of the dust when we kill the Wither. It's got Looting 8. Don't even know if looting works on this, but I'll try it out. Scavenger 3. Again, don't know if it's going to work on this, but why not try it out. Sharpness and Vorpal 8. So we've got Sharpness 10 on there as well. So quite a beefy book there. It's going to take 70 levels, which is nothing. With that, we're up to 49 damage, plus all the other stuff as well. So pretty cool there. And with that, we're going to set this up, I think, inside of a, a hyperbox. So let's go ahead and get this set up. So we're inside our hyperbox here, and we're going to set up inside this. Have the, the working area being shown for this thing. Just showing it there. Doesn't really matter too much. You need to build a little kill cage here for our wither, right? So let's go ahead and get that done very quickly. Shouldn't take very long to get this done, actually. Let's do that there. Now, I guess the router will be sitting at this side, and it'll be where we actually kill the wither, right? So that should be good there. We're going to be using this module. It is an activator module. It's going to be the one that makes it so it can actually attack the wither. What we want to do here, I guess, is set it to the front. Probably want to, the looking, we don't care about that. We care about attack nearby entity, I guess. And then, is that the one we want? Yeah, attack nearby. What was that one there? Oh, right click. No, attack nearby. And it doesn't really matter there. Random or nearest shouldn't matter either one. So anyway, let's go drop that off in there. Then we'll want to put the sword in. Once that's powered, it'll probably start hitting us as well. So I'll have to worry about that. We'll have to power it. So it does use some power for this. So 150 FE. We use this to power the Wither Builder as well, I think. So it'll be probably the way we do it. Go ahead and grab the distributor. And hook that up, I guess, to this, right? Go ahead and drop that in there. At which point we'll have to give this some power, right? So do that. We'll wait a sec, actually, because that'll start attacking me. Anyway, let's go ahead and wand this up a little bit. So that'll be 2 levels, 3 levels, 4 levels. On the top level, we're going to put a layer of obsidian. So we don't have to deal with him getting out of glass. Sometimes they wiggle out of glass, transparent blocks. I don't trust withers at all whatsoever. I've had it happen way too many times to bother. So I'm just going to put a layer of obsidian here. So that should be good. And that should be a good little kill cage there. At which point we could probably go ahead and actually power that up too. So let's actually turn on the power. So that is good. So that's getting power there. It's waiting for the wither skulls. Let's do a test here. It should be able to kill it now. So grab that and grab ourselves some soul sand. Just like that. Then go ahead and pop a recipe in. I think it'll only take the exact amount. Won't do stacks or anything. But it should spawn him in. And if we have this set right, it should automatically kill him as well. So hopefully everything is set right. Also, I threw a loot pinata on this too. Because why not? Sometimes we'll just get a big bonus guess. There you go. 2 shot. That's actually not too bad at all. And then we got our drops there. Did we get dust though? That's really what's important. Let's see here. I did not get dust. Wait. Oh, did it end up in here? Ah, there it is. We got it in there. Okay, cool. I was all worried for a second. I was just like, this thing's not going to work. But it looks like it is. So we'll put this somewhere over here somewhere. Grab ourselves. This could be the chest that drops off the recipe. So we'll do this here. And I think this is the front of it, right? So on the front of it, should be able to set the sides. Go to the wither skulls. Front should be a pull. And then we should be able to put skulls in here now. And hopefully they get pulled. So that's good. So we do the same thing for the soul sand here. To the front, that'd be a pull. And then we do 4 of that in there. Test it out one more time. 4, I said. Fantastic. And everything should end up in here this time. And we'll have to set the filters and stuff. But outside of that, I think we're good. Look at that. And then we'll just have to pull out of there. I guess we should grab an experience obelisk. Maybe a tank as well. Deal with the experience. But outside of that, that's actually pretty okay. That one-shot that. Wow, that's actually really good when it works, right? And then we have our stuff taken here, right? So one thing I want to set in here, I guess, with the filter automatically is go to Corral. Corral? Is it Corral or Corral? I always call it Corral. Probably butchering it. Doesn't matter what I grab from here, though. We'll go to Match Mod and just delete that. I don't want anything from that. Then I guess from this one, I'll do a couple more here just to test it. But the other filter here, we'll do Bobbly Hearts. I don't want anything from that mod. We don't want anything from Paraglider. And we want this. Looks like we're getting 12 per kill, too. So that's actually kind of interesting. Do that there. I guess that's going right back in there. I should have deleted it, right? Go ahead and try some dust, though. We should be able to actually queue up the recipe now and make it happen, right? So I did one of these. I could change that to 12 if this is correct as well. That should be going in there. Actually building the wither. There you go. And you get automatically killed. And then I just need to do pickup, like I said. It's a little tweaking and we're done. I'll have to put this in the filter, too. Wait. We'll see if anything else drops here. There you go. Done. Look at that. Yeah, we're getting 12 per. So I can change the recipe from 10 to 12. Looks like it's going to be the 12 every time. And I just need to, I guess, move the items into here. That we're going to be, I'm going to run a few more tests here first, I guess. Just to make sure there's no other drops. I don't want to filter off first. But then I'll put everything into here. And there's already a chest with this setup being pulled into the system. So my white channel already automatically puts into the system. And that should be everything, right? Yeah, that and experience obelisk. And we'll be pretty much finished. Oh, experience tank, or a tank for the backpack as well. So I guess the last thing we need to do is actually just tweak this recipe, right? So let's put that there. Set that to 12 this time. Set that, right? And then pull that out. Put that back into here. This is our return chest here. So anything I put in there ends up back at the system. Then we should be able to head back over here, actually watch this, make sure everything's working, right? So I just added in the chest for collection. Then chest over here, I guess not a chest, but the experience crystal for the experience. And then I should be able to just go to Cognizant, not cognitive. Do that. And that should actually work here. Just make sure everything's working, right? Everything's flushed out. Because that's how we have this done. It's actually pretty cool. It's really simple, too. It's actually not too bad. I could always speed this up, too, but I don't think with the 1 and 2 shotting that it really matters very much. But anyway, seems like it's working out pretty well. You know, did the thing. Everything added up in here. Nothing's in here, which is good. I'm not going to speed that up at all because I don't see a point. And everything's good in the world. So that's going to be our, dust automation. Not too bad at all, right? Actually quite happy with that. And with that dust done, we can actually go ahead and actually automate the furnace. It's actually done. I've already done the recipes, got them kind of all flushed out. Everything is working. It's doing all the stuff and things that it needs to do. There you go. It's actually making the furnace there. So the only recipe, I guess not even recipe, the only thing I had to add to the distributor module was this here. I had to actually make one more, I should say. So this one here is just sending the dust to the 4 pedestals. So it just knows what to do with that. Then these ones here are just tweaked, right? So I had to have the one with the vibranium block. I had to add the Wicked Supremium gemstones. This one here, the unobtainium block. I have the Wicked Supremium agates. And then this one here that puts the items in the center had to be set to a Supremium furnace, which is just this here. So I just kind of craft it all up. Had to make those recipes. Then a Supremium block, right? So it is working out really well. If I want to just make a Wicked too, I can just do that, right? So I just go ahead and do this, that, and this right here. There you go, got our Wicked Supremium, just like that. Super, super simple, super clean. Quite happy we went ahead and did that automation. A lot of people are telling me to just go and do that manually, you know what I mean, with the weather there. And that just didn't feel right. We're playing modded. I want to fully automate it. Quite happy we did it. These ghost blocks, though, are driving me nuts. But that is done. Super slick. Have to say, really enjoy that. That is actually really cool. I need to put this back to the system. I don't need this anymore. This is when I was making a lot of seeds, I guess, by hand. So I've gone ahead and made myself a bow here. I'm just finishing up the gems that we're going to be using on here. Go ahead and do that. This is flawless, so I'll make that a perfect, hopefully. Go ahead. I need to have the next level of material in there. Go ahead and use that. So we're going to be socketing this up. So this bow here is the Wicked Supremium one. So now that we have a Wicked Supremium, we can do this super easily, right? So you do that, but you have to craft all this up first, right? So more multi-stage crafting. I just made a bunch of recipes because I'm really lazy. So anyway, that's the thing. It's good to drop that off. I don't think I need you. There you go. Got it enchanted as well, I guess with Apotheosis. So on hit, inflict grievous wounds, and then on hit, inflict poison, which is cool. Then I have, I guess, a book full of enchants here as well. And we're going to go ahead and get it enchanted. So the enchants we're going to put on it are pretty crazy as well. What are they here? We have Flame, Infinity, Poison Tip 7. So apparently it'll be double poison. Power 9, Quick Draw 5. So it'll be able to draw super fast. True Shot increases the accuracy and accuracy and speed of arrows. Allows them to pierce. So that sounds pretty cool as well. So go ahead and grab that. With that, this bow should be pretty much insane. Actually, why can't we... Do we have to keep an arrow on us now, these days? I thought you didn't need it with this. I didn't think I was going to have to keep an arrow on me, but if I do, it doesn't matter. Yeah, the draw is pretty much instant. It's just instant draw, which is insane, right? So this bow already has 33% damage, 31% velocity, 125% draw speed, and then 30% speed, so we actually move faster when we have it. The gems we're going to put on it are pretty nifty as well, so let's actually head over here. So the gem we're going to put on it, oh, that's the wrong thing. Let's head over to here, right? Do that. So this one's a unique, so we're going to only put one, but this flat, 50% more damage, so that's really cool there. Then we have these ones here, and I want to try them out, because my understanding of vanilla bows is more velocity have equals more damage, and that's 55% velocity. This 55% velocity, and that's 55% velocity. So I'll have to try this out, but this thing should be just insane. That's actually crazy. And then I have some more gems I want to do here for our helmet too. So we have our helmet here, and they're going to actually help out with the bow and our weapon as well. So this one here, I wanted to put this one in. It's another unique, so you can only put one in. But this one is 50% more arrow velocity. So we got that one there. And I think we got 2 more slots, right? Go ahead and put this one in here. What was this one going to do? This one is a flat 20% attack damage. So I want to try that one out. And this one's a flat 20% attack damage as well. Now I'll kind of fill out the helmet. Then the only thing I have to figure out what I'm going to put on here, I guess it's going to be our boots. But that's pretty crazy all around. I think that's really good. What was this one here? Light weapons, 45 crit. I don't know what I had this one for. I don't want that at all. Oh, that's more arrow velocity. But yeah, that should be really, really good there. And this bow should be pretty crazy, actually. Kind of curious how strong it is. So with our new gems here, it looks like our axe is only at 52 damage. It didn't do much for that. But for our sword, it's at 154 now, which is awesome. And then I guess over here we got the bow. So the bow is at 600% velocity. So I'll have to see what that equates to, I guess. But it is not really visually working right either. If I kind of shoot really fast, it looks like the arrows are going that way, right? So it doesn't make any sense. But on the back wall, it's hitting what it's supposed to, right? So they're all going straight there. This is kind of weird visual glitch. Look at that. It's like they're curving that way, they're coming back, and then it's just weird how it's working here. Either way, they're ending up where they're supposed to. Just different places where I tried it out, right? Yeah, it looks like it's going down this way, and they're ended up on the reactor. Either way, really cool, really awesome. We'll have to try out and see how damaging that is pretty soon. But the only, I guess, gems we have left to work on are going to be our boots. There isn't a lot to choose from for boots, though. So if anyone has some good suggestions for the boot enchants, let me know. I just really don't want to do a bunch of speed on that because I wouldn't be able to control myself at all. I decided to go ahead and try out our bow on a dragon and see just how strong it is. And there he is. I guess he knocked me down. He's kind of a jerk. 1 shot. 2 shot. So yeah, that's really good. That's really, really good. I like that. That's good stuff. Didn't even have to touch the crystals. So the next thing we're going to do is start working towards this here, the Abyssal Sacrifice. Do that, we need 2 drops for mobs, right? So we need this daggery thing. So this daggery thing, that's what we'll call it here because I don't know how to pronounce it. We need a Deepling Priest or we need a Deepling Warlock. And there's another mob from the same area that we need. This here, the Crystallized Coral. And you get that from this dude right here. So we need to go ahead and get these guys, get them into Pokeballs. Then we'll bring them home and actually kind of get them farmed, right? Actually, how would you even say that? Coralsis? Coralsis. I'm going to call it Coralsis, I guess. Yeah, I have no idea how to pronounce that. Because I want to say Colossus, but I can't. Because it's like Corals Sus. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Either way, go ahead and hunt that down. The structure we're looking to actually find here is this one here. Cataclysm Sunken _ City. So once you have that, just kind of hunt it down your world. We have one just 3,000 blocks away. I'm going to go ahead and grab that. Throw these guys into a Pokeball. Also, I claimed a reward there. I actually got a flight augment, which is pretty awesome. And then we actually have one of the good rewards, too. Go ahead and see what we get there. We get one of the good swords, too. That's a 47 damage sword. That's actually not bad. And the legendary reward. Just Godforged Pearls. Can you get anything good out of there that I'd actually like? don't see anything. Maybe a trader llama spawner? That could be interesting, I guess. A vibranium bee as well. I guess you get all the bees too for the yeah, for the good materials as well. So that they might be pretty good as well. But outside of that, there's not really good things in that list there. It's a pretty small list. But anyway, let's go ahead and grab that. And we got a gem of the samurai, so nothing too special there. So anyway, I can go ahead and fly this area. We'll go ahead and get these guys the pearls. Don't plan on exploring this area very much. We're so overpowered that it would be interesting to fight the boss from the area anyway. And you need to have one of these anyway to actually go ahead and interact with it. So let's go ahead and get this done. And this is the structure you're looking for here. So once you find that, you're good to go. Go ahead and head inside. You pretty much go in anywhere and just go in through the top here. We can go through the water pretty easily. We have shrimps in this pack. I have no idea. What mod is that from? Oh, it's a sushi mod. Anyway, let's head down in here. So what we're heading for, I guess looking for down here, are these mobs, right? I think they're kind of designed after kind of like water versions of Enderman. So Enderman that like water, so I guess that's the thing. This is one of the mobs we need here, so let's actually go ahead and grab him. And then we need to hunt down one of the other ones. And these guys, yeah, they're not very hard, so it's not really much of a worry there. And probably hunt down some other ones as well, right? I may go ahead and grab some others too, just so we have some variety. Like this guy is a brute. I'm pretty sure he can drop Hearts of the Sea. So I might actually go ahead and grab him. There you go. Got this guy here. I can just kill this one too. Already got one, right? Oh, we actually got one of the daggers right there. There you go. This is the drop we need here. And then we need to find one of the big guys. I think the little guys are usually mounted on the top of the big guys. That's the way it works there. We actually found 80 of them. Kind of look around. Maybe go ahead and grab one of these guys too. Just a regular deepling. Because why not? You know, got one of... Whoops. One of them as well. There you go. Oh, there's a big guy there. Let's go ahead and grab him. We have to kill the guy on the top, I believe, first. We'll actually go ahead and kill him. Are you still alive? You are too. Let's go ahead and grab our imprisonment tool. And then grab this puppy. Oh, we can't. Oh, you got on top of him. Get off. And you'll get you. And then maybe grab you quicker. That looks good. And with that, we already got 4 mobs for down here. I think that's pretty much everything we need in the area. But if you have one of those, what are they called there? The Abyssal Sacrifice. Pretty sure you go down into this bottom area down here and then use it on this thing, and you actually fight a boss there called the Leviathan, but we don't have that, and honestly it'd probably be about 2 or 3 hits anyway, so I'm not really concerned. So next thing I'm doing here is flying around looking for some of these duders here. These are Drigmees. We'll be able to use these to actually farm mobs for drops. You actually have to just kind of run up to them and throw down one of these horns here, and he should pick that up, do a little dance for us, and then drop out some of these shards, right? And these shards will be able to turn into charms that we'll then be able to use to farm mobs. So that's kind of what we're doing here. And we'll have to do a little ritual as well. You'll find these guys all over the place. They're not very common because there's so many kind of mobs in the world, right? So there's all kinds of like butterflies and birds and all other things. Usually they're all over the place, but you'll find them all over the place. Just wander around, look for them, and shouldn't be too hard. Just go into your map too and kind of highlight things and try to find the ones you actually want there too. Can't find anything, man. Just wait. Oh, there's a Drigme right there. Right behind us. Where's he at? He's right here. He's here somewhere. Where are you? I have no idea. He's here somewhere. He's being sneaky. There he is. Go ahead and grab him. And there you go. So yeah, you can find them really easy. They're not too bad. Probably just going to grab a couple more, and then we'll head home and actually get this set up here. Another thing I should probably mention too, if you don't have any of these horns, right? So these are the Wilden horns, right? So if you're trying to hunt these down, they actually got moved. They used to spawn all over the world. Now they actually have their own structures. So they have these Art Nouveau Guardian Wilden dens, so you can get them that way. And I don't know what other structures there are from the mod now. There is a Hunter Den and a Stalker Den as well. So I guess one for each of them is what it looks like. I've never checked this one out. I may go ahead and check that one out real quick. Aha, this must be it right here. Yeah, there we go. You actually have the den. Let's go ahead and check it out here. I might as well capture one of these guys too. Yeah, these duders. They used to be all over the place. Is that the actual one? What is that? Well, that's a summon. I don't want to summon. Want the real mob. Yeah, these guys. There you go. Got the big guy. Then go ahead and get rid of them. And then you'll get all the drops and stuff, right? So a whole bunch of horns and stuff like that, depending on which one you're in. So that's kind of how the ours things work now. So now that we have the shards, we'd actually go ahead and turn them into charms and get them kind of summoned in here. So we'll work on the Drigme familiars here. So what we need to do is set up the recipe. So it's just this here. I have everything kind of laid out. So you need, I guess, wheat there. Then you need yourself a fish, any kind of fish there, a carrot, a seed, any kind of seed, and then an apple. Then you just take the shard, use it on that, actually start making them for us, and that'll be done here in a second. We're going to do that 5 times. We're only going to set up 5 of these guys. We don't want a ton of them. They're actually known for causing a fair amount of lag. And I don't want to have massive amounts of them, kind of like a stack of them in my world. So just going to do the 5, and then we'll kind of move on. Just one more charm to go, then we're good. Also went ahead and crafted up a couple more items while I was kind of sitting here. Go ahead and do that. Pop that in there. Made us a bunch of containment jars, so that's just that recipe here. Just needs to be some of the archwood. This ritual brazier, need that as well. Needs a pedestal, then the source blocks, really easy. Then you also need the tablet of containment, so you need that there. So you do need a manipulation essence, but we have everything we need there. Now to get these kind of familiar to spawn in the world, what you do is grab yourself a mossy cobblestone, kind of like this. Pop it up wherever you want it to have them kind of spawn in on. This will be the block that they're kind of, this will be their home basically. And what we'll do is go ahead and get them in the world here. I have them right there. There you go. And we just use that actually on the mossy cobblestone, like this. We'd actually just keep using it. They'll spawn in. They'll start doing a little bit of a light show there. I'll turn that into a Drigmehenge. Now, the way these guys work, they actually farm from any mobs in a 10-block radius from where their home is, right? And they'll actually deposit the items into an inventory down below it, right? Or I actually could be beside it as well, but I'm going to put it underneath. I actually already have that hooked up to a storage bus. But the way we're going to do it, like I said, you can actually have mobs just wandering around the world. They'll farm them. Or you can have them in these containment jars. That's going to be the way we do it because it's much cleaner. You also get a bonus for, I guess, mob variety. So we'll be doing a bunch of mobs we don't even need because it's really easy to do. And they'll actually drop more items kind of per cycle as well. Anyway, let's go ahead and grab the brazier. Go ahead and pop these down. Actually do this in a quite large area too. So there's a weird thing with this too. So I'll show you with one just by mistake. So if I put down this fish and then start the ritual. So I just start the ritual. All I do is this here, pop that in there. I'll actually start that up. You see there, it's a waiting activation. Then we just need some source. So let's go ahead and hunt down some source here. I think I have a jar in here, right there, full, which is great. And actually pop that down. It'll actually pick up that fish and put it in one of those jars. I don't think you get it back out unless you use a dispel spell. So let's see if it works here. See here, the ritual kind of works on an area. And you see that the fish is there. Can we actually get that out? Nope. Well, I guess you can. Get the fish out. I think you have to use a spell if it's a mob in there, though. So I guess that's the thing. So get the mobs in there. Actually, how much does that use to? 10%, only one bucket. So we want to get a mob in there. So we'll get this Deepling Priest. All you do is put in the ritual area. Kind of back off so you don't kind of bother it. There you go. He's been deposited here. He's ready to be farmed by the Drigmes. I can actually do that for a bunch more mobs. And like I said, I could be doing it for a bunch of them. Because why not? Let's go ahead and grab a bunch more. Like this, that. That one's already done. Grab you. Grab that there. And grab this. And kind of get these all down. Because this will just all make our Drigmes happier. Happier Drigmes just get you more items. So most of us just go ahead and get them all set up. Ready to go. You need some more source here, but I guess it doesn't matter too much. Now I'm actually curious if I can actually just shift and get these guys out. No, you can't. You actually have to use the dispel spell. So I want to show you that too. So I do have that spell here. My book is in here. Go ahead and grab that. Just want to show you in case you get a mob in there you don't want in there, right? So you go in here, you open up your book. You need this spell here, the dispel. We'll probably just set this one up on a new spell. And probably just do, not a self, we want a touch one. And we'll just do dispel. And we'll probably name it Dispel because we're very creative. There you go. Then if you want to get the mob out, you do. It's just that right there. You see there, he came out, he got pulled back in for the ritual. But actually, that is how you get them out if you want to get them out there, which is really easy and really simple, right? So that is pretty cool. Let's go ahead and grab a bunch more. So Drigmes work on any mob around them within 10 radius, like I said. Also, the way their happiness works is for each, I guess, mob that's around them, they actually get like one happiness. If it's a unique one, they get 2, right? So for each unique mob, they get more happy, and the more drops you actually get per kind of cycle here. The cycle is kind of determined by how many Drigmes that you have, right? So the more you have, the faster it goes. But the more, I guess, variety, the more you get per cycle as well. These guys will kind of wander around a little bit when it's kind of running here too. And they'll kind of dance in front of the jars. Doesn't really matter too much. You will need to have source nearby, so I guess that's the thing as well. But if we start throwing these all down, we should start seeing drops pretty quickly. So just kind of get them all down here like this, and they should get happier and happier, which is kind of the main idea here. There is a tool to see the happiness, but I can't remember what tool it is to actually see how happy they are. I think you kind of use it on them. It tells you how happy they are anyway. I'll have to figure that out, I guess, in between episodes because I can't remember for the life of me right now. Anyway, that's good there. And did we get any drops? We already got drops. Look at that. We're already getting some. We already got some of our crystallized coral fragments. Some of these I don't even need. Like I said, I just want them here to make them kind of produce more. We already got 14 of the daggers that we need. We only need like 40, so that's hilarious. You also get these experience as well. I'm pretty sure you just use these too, right? So it's probably just shift right click, use the whole stack, right? I don't even know if I need those. Probably keep things like these totems here, and probably void off stuff like this. Like some of these, like I said, is just to make these guys work faster and get us more drops as well. So yeah, the more you have around them, the faster they'll work, right? So it's really cool there. They're pretty nifty, but like I said, there is a little issue with these guys. If you have too many, they get very laggy, and I don't want to contend with it, right? So I don't want to put like 20 or 30 down like we did in, was it there? FTB, the one with the big boss at the end. It was Stoneblock. There you go. So I got this filtered out a little bit, not too much. I do have another filter here if I need it, so we're good there. I'm going to be adding more of the containment jars as we move forward as well to make these guys work better, and just make this area look better as well. So I guess that'll be definitely a thing. But yeah, for now, it's all filtered up, and everything is good to go in the world, right? Pretty awesome. Also notice we're getting Apotheosis drops, so I'll probably have to run that through a armory, so I'll probably end up doing that. Outside of that, I think everything's good, right? We can hold 16,000 items in a stack anyway, so pretty good there. So I think I may go ahead and actually wrap this one up here. As always, guys, like this video, please hit that like button. Really liked it, hit that subscribe button. It is always appreciated. Well, you guys all have a good one. See you guys at the next video. Later.